In the last video, we learned one-to-one relationship with book and book details. In this video, let's see another scenario in which we have book and we have publishers. Now a single book will have one publisher, but a publisher can publish many books. So this time the relation between book and publisher will be one to many. One publisher can have many books that can be published. How will we do this using our data annotation? So for that, on the book side, we will have one publisher and we need a navigation property which will be publisher underscore ID. We'll use the foreign key data annotation, but the difference here is it's one to many. So on the publisher side, where we had a single book, now we will have a list of books because one publisher can have many books that are published. Let's establish this in the code and see how things work. So we'll switch back to the application, and what we need to do is, like we have book detail, I'll copy this and paste this for publisher. So we have the publisher, class will be publisher, we'll call the object same, and this will be publisher ID. Then we will open up publisher, and here we need a list. So right here we need a prop. This will be list of book, and we will call this as books. This way it will set up the relationship. Once we set this up, let's add the migration. So we had add one to one, this will be add one to many, and we have book and publisher relation. Let's add this and take a look at the migration. Great, so right here it's adding a column publisher ID in books, that looks good, index, and it adds a foreign key. This is exactly similar to what we did in one-to-one. So what is the difference? The only difference is the navigation inside publisher is a list, whereas in book details it was just one entity. So if you want to retrieve book from the detail, it will be only one book, but in the publisher it will be a list of books. This will not change how we store things in the database. So database wise or EF core wise, this remains the same for one-to-one or one-to-many relation. That being said, let's update the database and push this. And we can go to database to make sure it still looks the same like the one-to-one that we did with book and book details. We'll refresh this. We'll go to the books, expand the keys. This time we have two foreign key, one to the publisher and one to the book detail. So you can see setting up one-to-one was close to what we did with one-to-many, and nothing much has changed except a list of books in the publisher. Now in the next video, let's take a look at the main one, which is many-to-many relationship.